Hey guys, it's Ryan here from All Mine Ranch. I'm back and I'm trying to do more videos. I've been really inconsistent with my content. I apologize for that if you've been on the channel for a while. So now I'm just trying to do more videos in general, even if they're not glamorous, just to show you what it's like. Oh, Stanley heard me talking. Here he comes. Hey, Stan. Here's my assistant here. He always comes running when he hears me talking, when he's not hanging out in the front seat of my truck, just chilling. So ever since I moved here, rodents have been trying to get underneath my house, and for the most part, they've been highly successful. So I started trapping them and killing them with just regular rat traps baited with peanut butter, and that works. I've gotten four rats and one mouse. But they seem to keep coming back and coming back. And what they really like is the foundation of my house. I don't know if you can see this down here. Let me go off camera. That hole right there is common for what they dig. You come back around here again. And I will just close the hole up just by kicking, you know, pebbles and rocks and gravel on it. And it might work for a day or two or three, maybe even a week. But then they inevitably come back. And what happens is, let me turn around here and go for a little walking tour. What happens is when I close up one hole, they just start digging somewhere else. They're doing it on this, which is the back side of my house. Oh yeah, that's bright. They do it on the front side. And they really like this spot right here on the side. That one spot in particular, so now I've got a cinder block there. But you can see the base of the house. Actually, I can't even tell if you can see. And sorry about the wind noise. But this is all gravel base that's sort of built up. They like to burrow right into it. Now, when they do that, they're not necessarily going directly into my house, but they're going under it. And I don't want them under it. Over here, too, this is just the front part of my house. Built up gravel. They love to crawl under the corners. They love to go down in here where my septic and plumbing system are going to meet up. And they were going in here a lot too, which is why I started to build this cinder block wall just so I could backfill it with all this gravel just to make it harder for the rodents to get in, even though I didn't really want a little cinder block wall here. But it got cold. I've been distracted with other projects. I haven't completed it. So today is a brisk but pleasant and sunny Saturday. I'm really sore. Yesterday I was working on my outdoor all wood solar rack, which I just posted the video for that. So if you're into solar and you want to figure out how to do a ground array without doing rails and clamps and tracks and all that metal work crap, I'm back now to the back side. This is between my back wall of my house and the cisterns. Actually, that's a cistern. And the rats just love to come right, can you see that? Right down in here. It's also where I have Margot, my cargo trailer. You may have seen those videos. If you're into cargo trailer conversions, I've converted this thing into an RV, a travel trailer, and it's really helped me establish a foothold here on this homestead to get this whole project going. So make sure you watch that playlist. Anyway, today I'm just going to start filling holes, maybe add a few cinder blocks in a strategic place to create a form and add more gravel. So it's really just a gravel, shovel, and gorilla cart day where I just try to slow down these rats. Normally I would just put out a rat trap every night, but you know, my dog likes peanut butter. And sometimes I just let him, you know, cruise around on his own for here and there. He never goes far. He always stays here on the property. Coyotes haven't gotten him yet. There's coyotes around. In fact, my neighbor to the north, just about a week ago, with the rifle, shot at and probably hit a coyote, although I think it ran off, but they think they got it because it was going for their chickens and their ducks and whatnot. And we hear them out here every night. I hear them almost every night. So there's coyotes around, but they haven't gotten to Stanley yet, thankfully. Hopefully never do. And I'd like if they killed more rats. But anyway, I'm just going to, I lost my train of thought there, something about coyotes and the land and whatnot. But I think the rats are always going to be here, and they do like to chew vehicle wiring too, so I have to take preventative, oh, somebody's driving by. I have to take preventative measures every night to keep the rats and the mice from getting under my truck and chewing my wiring, because my truck just sits out here in the open. So I pop the hood so it's not a warm nest underneath. I spray with peppermint oil, and I had some flashy strobe ultrasonic alarm things to scare them off, but I drove over one of them, and the other one, the rain got to it. And they're like 55 bucks for 2 of them. I could get 2 more. They help, I think. They certainly can't hurt. And I haven't had any wiring chewed on yet that I'm aware of. But if I get sloppy and let 3 or 4 days go by without doing some kind of preventative measures, I'm assuming I will get some damage. Which is why I want to really turn this big container here, sorry about the lighting, into a garage with a cement floor and enclosed, insulated, and hopefully rodent free. So let's get into our rat prevention measures today. Okay, that's a start. Go get a little more gravel and try to fill that in a little bit more. Well, that'll probably work for about 4 days. Then they'll go around it or go to a different part of the house. You know, one of the first things I did when I bought this property was buy this very good shovel, Fisker's shovel off Amazon. I'll put a link in the description of the video. Affiliate link, of course, to support the channel. Because I just knew I'd be doing a lot of moving of gravel, digging trenches, digging holes. I mean, owning 22 acres out in the desert where you want to, you know, landscape it and turn it into your own Shangri-La, it involves a lot of digging, a lot of earthworks, just a lot of physical hard labor. I'm up for it if I space it out and I have good tools, and this is one of them. Well, I went around the house with the gorilla cart here, stopped and got some more gravel on the way. Okay, that's about as good as that's going to get. Let's just hope the wind doesn't blow my camera right off the tripod. No gloves now. Alright, let's just start. I think I could do one more cart full of gravel, one more gorilla cart, so I'm going to go grab that now. Okay. All this just to stop some damn rats. If you got better ideas, I'm all ears. They are persistent rats. Fuck. Remember what I said about camera falling? Yeah. In order to get a good shot, you gotta take chances. Still rolling. Good times, good times. So again, if you have suggestions, leave them in the comments. Or if you think I'm an idiot, leave that in the comments. But, you know, I'm not always the smartest guy, but I can do physical labor, and I do have gravel and cinder blocks and time. I think that's probably good for now. But I have a pretty sizable gap where this steel siding meets the house right down here. So now I'm going to put a little more along the base here. Since I know they're going to try to move down to an easier spot. By the way, yesterday was the day I did my moved my solar rack outside. and rebuilt it outside. I just posted that video this morning. That's the wooden solar rack, you know, part 2. Man, I'm sore today. My quads, my hamstrings, back, everything's sore. All the up and down, all the drilling. Now at my age, I'm getting a lot of sore tendons in the elbow from all the drilling, but it's worth it. You gotta pay to play. So go watch that video. But just pointing out that ain't no spring chicken doing this work. Ain't no sunshine when you come. That's the only line I know from that song. I've been thinking about breaking out my guitar or my ukulele and adding some of my music, or I should say my playing. I don't make music, I make noise. Adding that to the video. So leave in the comments, let me know if you think I should assault your eardrums with my guitar and ukulele playing. And my terrible singing voice and lack of rhythm, all that. It's quite a sight to behold. So ultimately the solution to all this is to build up a retaining wall about 3 stones high, 2 or 3 cinder blocks, or maybe 4 or 5 courses of retaining wall stone, and backfill all the way around the foundation of the house so the rats just can't even really get close to a foundation, or they'll have to dig through, you know, 2 solid feet of gravel. But I want to build an adobe wall all the way around the property and turn all this back here into an inner courtyard with plants and a water feature and shade, windbreak, you know, make it really like paradise back here after the adobe wall goes in. The adobe wall might be 15 feet out all the way around, but anything I build up and then backfill with gravel is just chewing up that much, you know, open area for me to relax and move around in. I want to have a lot of plants, succulents, do some, you know, gardening in pots, pot gardening, container gardening, I guess it's called. Maybe have some small raised beds in there too. So all of that can be difficult if you're trying to navigate around a small retaining wall right in the middle of your courtyard. So I'm still thinking through the best way to do that. Honestly, maybe it's just to kind of pour a bunch of sloppy looking cement around the foundation on top of the gravel, and then just backfill that with the dirt that I'm going to use for my patio right on top. It won't be last as long, eventually it will crack, and it's just half-assed, but I wouldn't lose any real, you know, square footage in my courtyard that way. So just kicking around some ideas. Alright, I'm going to take a break. It's only like 10 a.m. on a Saturday morning, but I'm already exhausted. So I'm going to have some Gatorade, relax, and see what my mood is for the next project, which, you know, my mood determines what the next project is. So thanks for watching.